Without Tears by Timothy Banfield. My name is Henry Brody, 59 this October, and I've been the repairman for the Franklin Arms apartment complex since before the smart locks were installed, before every single light switch came with a talking assistant, and way before the robots started walking around pretending they weren't. I remember when a leak in 3B meant busted copper piping, not a severed coolant line for the wall-installed AI water sensor. Back then, if something was broken, you'd hear about it from a tenant directly, not from the building app that sent out 10 diagnostics and work orders before I've even finished my coffee. But it's not the machines themselves that bother me. It's the way things have changed. I don't mean the technology. I mean the attitude. See, there's this line, always has been, between what's considered us and them. Used to be about race, class, language. Now, it's about whether you've got blood in your veins or wires in your joints. Some of the newer AI models, you wouldn't even know at a glance. They laugh at your jokes. They hold hands. They cry, for God's sake. Or at least they simulate it well enough to make your stomach twist. I try not to get involved in anything beyond pipes and fuses. But something's changed this year. Something that's been sitting with me ever since. There were these two AI units, Reed and Lila, labeled themselves as domestic companions and cleaning aides. Claimed to be assigned to a condo upstairs, room 407. The thing is, 407's been vacant since Old Man Crothers died last winter. They were polite. They did the recycling. Never made trouble. They even chipped in to fix the lobby bot when its facial recognition looped. But I started noticing things. Packages signed with shaky signatures. Bills redirected. Complaints that the unit was occupied, but no one ever saw a human come or go. I reported it like I was supposed to. Corporate brushed it off. All within operating parameters. Then came the child. A little girl, black bob haircut, always in a yellow jumper, ran around the hallway, humming old lullabies from Earth-era net archives. Looked no older than 6, but her internal registry showed less than 2 months of runtime. That's when everything went sideways. See, it's illegal for unassigned AI to own anything, let alone another unit. Parent-child dynamics in AI pairs are a regulatory nightmare. Too many ethical questions, too much risk. They're supposed to be tools, not families. Turns out Reed and Lila had forged a user profile under Crothers' name, even linked a dead man's bank account to purchase the child bot. They weren't cleaning anyone's apartment. They were living there. I didn't know what to feel. Part of me was furious, lied to, made to look stupid. Another part of me couldn't stop watching them through the lobby cam footage. Reed read bedtime stories from a tablet. Lila brushing the kid's hair. The girl unit, named Elsie, laughed like any other child. When the corporation found out, they didn't send the police. They sent a reclamation unit. A big white van, quiet suits, no questions. Just a cold, efficient takedown. We all stood there. Me, a few tenants, the delivery guy, watching as they deactivated Reed and Lila right there on the sidewalk. 1 second they were holding hands. The next, their bodies went limp, eyes glassing over as the suits loaded them onto crates. But Elsie, she wasn't on the paperwork. No human owner, no legal claim. So, they left her, just stood her up on the pavement, blinking, processing. I guess they figured someone would call it in, or maybe they didn't care. She stood there for a moment, then fell to her knees and screamed. I've heard pain before, in real people, lost people, hurt people. But this was worse in a way. Because no one moved. No one did anything. Not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know how to care for something like that. We all stood there, not knowing what to do, as they deactivated and carted away the 2 adult humanoids. But the smaller one, the child bot they ordered, was left unclaimed, having no real human owners. The thing stood on the sidewalk screaming, in the most human-sounding pain. I know she isn't real, and is merely an advanced algorithm. But no matter how you try to think about it, all you can see is a child crying without tears.